We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Kicker Brandon Aubrey is out to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 52 yards. And the Chargers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking 1 drive in, didn't need to wait.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Prescott. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
This is 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert going to change the look. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshown. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll audible to something else. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Second down and 4. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Here's a give to Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Dobbins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building it.
Oh, wide open, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. Oh, and the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it, because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Herbert changing things up.
To throw again on second down.
Herbert toward the sideline, intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
Johnston on the quick slant.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Second and a couple.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going.
And we are underway here in Los Angeles.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a carry for Dobbins.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Short throw to Disley.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Edwards.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it'll be Edwards.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
An audible here to get a new look. On 4th down, Herbert. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 22 yards there, a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On first down, Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
They run for the first time with James Cook.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And complete right side to Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills.
Dalton Kincaid
from 19 yards away.
And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Herbert going to change the play here.
They'll drop to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They snap it to Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Curtis Samuel.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before half for Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now Allen.
Shakir holds it in.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. To the air, Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Allen now looks to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run for it. Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Now Herbert going to change the look. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert.
pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Again, it's Cook pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's and this time he is in.
Yes.
James Cook
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run it here.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But
on Herbert, his 3rd interception.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 34 yards.
And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And they will take a knee here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go play action with Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Back to throw here.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go. Hey, no touch there. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Oh, get it.
Brown, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. The 20. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 46 yards. And the Eagles have come back to make it a 2-point game. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
Here's Moore. He will return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Hurts will throw.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get point. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Barkley not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the